Organization of the Year. Jesus Prom of Mid-Missouri. Now in his fourth year, the Jesus Prom initiated as a thought of a night of hope, love, and acceptance from Brewster. Brewster is a member of the Southland Christian Church in Lexington, Kentucky. As some of you may know, the preacher of that church is John Weiss, son of the late Roy Weiss, who was one of the early preachers at 9th Street Christian Church here in Eldon. That thought was on the heart of Darla Schulte for years, and after her son Braxton attended Jesus Prom in Kentucky, that thought became a goal for Eldon. John Weiss published a book entitled Jesus Prom, and Darla felt it was time to go for it. Through partnerships with many in the community and God's presence, the first Jesus Prom was held at 9th Street Christian Church, Saturday, March 21st, 2015. Your Organization of the Year is Jesus Prom of Mid-Missouri Committee.
Jesus Prom is a party that we feel that Jesus would have thrown for some very special people. And that night we never take any we don't ever want any attention on ourselves, so I never introduce or thank our committee. So I think tonight is a night to do that. So our committee is, Darla and I co-chair that, Darla Schulte. And then we have Chris Reynolds, if you all would stand. Darla, thank Chris stand. Loretta Humphrey, Twyla Lemon, Cheyenne DeRoe, Taylor, and Shelley Davis, and then Tony Scribner. As I said, it started in 2015. We had 75 promers that year. We decided to double it, and so we've added to it every year until this year we had 152 promers. And with 152 promers comes 300 workers that give up their time for that evening and several evenings before. And my committee works for several months. It takes us, we start about October or November to have the prom in the spring. So we have so many things donated that we're not even sure what it costs us to have Jesus Prom because we do have so many donations. We put on Jesus Prom through grants, private donations, church donations, and fundraising by the committees and other people within our community. So until Matt picture says 1,000 words, you have to have pictures of our school with the kids that will tell everybody what a school is. And if you've not been to Jesus Prom, you have to have some pictures to know what Jesus Prom is too. So just very quickly, this is what you would see at Jesus Prom. First of all, the decorations, which are amazing and fabulous every year. We really just remember our proms from, that was the year that we did the circus. That was the year that we did the Hawaiian theme. This was the year we did Candyland. And so that's how we remember our proms. So the decorations are out of the world. My own daughter said those are better decorations than my high school prom was. And then registration is a major process because we have to have safety, and with 450 people coming through the registration line, that has to be streamlined. And then, of course, decorations deluxe, and the main crowd gathers in the gym. We have a red carpet that we roll out for every single guest that comes through. We have people cheering them on. They're there just to do that. Some of them, that's their job for the night, is to cheer them as they come through and enter into Jesus Prom. And then we have, of course, pictures just like you would do at the Academy Awards at the end of the red carpet. We have limo rides, which they stand in line for an hour to be able to ride these limos and party buses. And those are also donated by some of our funeral homes in the area. So, like I said, so many people, we can't even thank everyone. And then the motorcycles have been there a couple of years. It does seem to rain every Jesus Prom, but we have snuck a few rides of motorcycles in between the rain. And then face painting is one of the activities. Tattooing, hair and nail salon is decorated to the prime. We have a photo booth that is ran by the Eldon Career Center. By the way, a little shout out to my FBLA students tonight serving you drinks. I was very proud of them for doing that. Thank you, Shelley. And then dancing. That's the main event for most of the promers is the dancing. And dancing, dancing, and more dancing. They cannot get enough of that. Some of them never come off the dance floor. We have 20 activities, but some of them only dance. And then we have food served by Chandra and her team with lots of snacks, and it's really healthy. And then there is a little romance that happens at Jesus Prom every year. Sometimes we're surprised by the romance that happens. And then there's a games that we have, 10 or 15 different kinds of games they can play and win all kinds of awesome prizes. And then at the end of the night, we always have entertainment. And this night, some of our promers joined our entertainment and just added a little extra to the entertainment for the evening. And then when they exit, we have them a gift bag with a free t-shirt with the prom advertisement on it for the year. And this year we added some jewelry as well that they could pick out as they exited prom. Most of the promers leave wondering what the next theme is and when our next Jesus Prom is. The volunteers, we cannot say enough about our volunteers. Everybody, we think that the prom was for the promers when we first did this. And when we come home at night, our hearts are so, so full of just the jobs that everybody took care of. And we just never had a glitch. There has to be one-on-one promer attendant for the promer. And sometimes we are forcing some people to do that job because they're kind of nervous about it. But in the end, we always have enough. We have people, cooking the food, running all of those activities. We have safety, patrol. There's just a lot of jobs to take care of that night, a lot of activity, a lot of organization. But this committee is just amazing. Now that we've done it 4 years, I think everyone that's on it was on it at the beginning. There's been some that come and went, but these are the ones that have been there every year, and now it's just like, you take your job and run, you take your job and run, and everyone does their thing. 9th Street Christian Church has just been amazing. Craig was just saying on our way home this year, it's so awesome that Chris is not worried about what we're going to wear out, or what we're going to move, or what we're going to lose out on, or what Sunday school class we're going to shut down so that we can, build a magnificent decoration. So that's been awesome too, is to have that as our venue. But every volunteer brings a very unique gift, just as our promers are so unique. And in the beginning, we did not think about the blessings that would happen to the workers. But when you go home, you're definitely blessed. You've loved a little more, you've smiled a little more. Every once in a while we cry a little bit, but we laugh a lot. It's just an extreme night. So I'm just curious, how many people have participated ever in the 4 years? So there's about 2/3 of you that are missing the time of your life. I look back in the last 4 years, every time I put on my timeline, this is better than Christmas. This is the best day of the year, and it truly is. We have a Facebook page, Jesus Prom of Mid-Missouri. If you go on that, we will start, and we try to shut it off in April and not turn it back on until fall. But we'll have people asking, we're like, no, this cannot be our life for 12 months. It's 6 or 7 months, but not 12. So we will start advertising and begging for helpers, and you will never ever regret saying yes to Jesus Prom. So check it out. As you can tell, we're pretty passionate about it. So thank you for recognizing us, so that maybe 2/3 of the people in here will get involved next year. If you just have money, we'll take that too. If you don't want to